Oh, 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 learn to sing the blues. Labor and the expression of worth. Good morning, my friends. Travelin' Trav here. You've tuned into the series in which I am responding to memes that I find on social media. I really think that it's important that we use these memes as beginnings of discussions. We need to create our own content. We need to practice developing our own thought processes and having conversations with one another, understanding that the memes are not a full truth oftentimes. Oftentimes, these memes are just a beginning point for a conversation that can always go deeper. So here we go. This one says, "My ability to read the room is half the reason I don't like going places." Yeah, I understand that for sure. And I say, we're going to start writing the room, not reading the room. The stories I'm reading in those rooms need some revision, and in some cases, we're going to have to start over with an entirely new draft. There is so much to being an empath, huh? One thing I discovered along the way is that a lot of my sensitivity was due to the fact that I was raised in a violent home. I was constantly monitoring the moods, sounds, and movements of the threatening figure in my life. I learned to tune into emotions as a survival skill. My child's brain felt that its very life was in danger, so it became very good at detecting danger in the cave. When the alpha shouted and screamed his displays of superior strength, I knew from a very young age that I needed to get the hell out of that cave and climb up a tree. Yes, the room is now a cave in my description. Some people call these learned survival tactics, coping skills, and these skill sets that our wounded children adopt, they work. And when I say they work, I mean they keep us alive. They get us to the next phase of our initiation ceremony, however violent and unjust that ceremony may be. There is a problem, though. Our fight, flight, freeze mechanisms have become an integral part of our unconscious interpersonal world. In other words, we are unconsciously relating to the world through our trauma. It has taken me many years of prayer, contemplation, study, and practice development just to begin to tell this story in a proper context. Bill Plotkin, in his book Wild Mind, tells a story of how in one culture they have a retirement ceremony for their warriors. The warrior is honored. The warrior is thanked for his service. Thank you for your service. Now you can redirect your energy to the next stage of your life, they say to their beloved warrior. Bill Plotkin says that we may have a conversation with our wounded child in very much the same way. Thank you for keeping me alive, we may say to our wounded child. Thank you for the work that you did. Thank you for bringing us this far. Now we are free to redirect this energy into a new mission. Ken Wilber, in his discussion on spiral dynamics and the evolution of human consciousness, explains that in order to move on to the cosmic consciousness, which he colors teal and I often call Christ consciousness, we must reclaim any energy that we have left in our lower stages of development. If our energy is spread too thin, if we have left too much of ourselves behind in the form of resentments, unforgiveness, unresolved anger issues, etc., if we have been living a disempowered existence, then we will not be able to cross over the rational mind's threshold and into that cosmic consciousness. As your post states, our ability to read the room may keep us from going places. Well, my friend, we are going places, aren't we? We are going to the places that scare us. We are facing the demons that threaten us. We are doing this in love because what we resist persists. We begin to learn how to face those demons without giving them our power. We learn to confront our oppressors by stepping out of our binary role as the oppressed. We've been reading the rooms correctly for a long time now. Now it is time for us to rewrite those rooms with the boldest and most compassionate intelligence. Strength and compassion, my friend. Let's keep going to the places that scare us, pushing out past the point of no return. Deepest blessings, Trav. If you've been tuning into my work, then you may have seen my use of the term initiation ceremonies a lot. There are these ceremonies that we must go through. There are these life experiences. There are these difficult challenges that we must go through in order to move on to the next stage of our lives. Sometimes, if we're in a wise community can actually facilitate and help and give us initiation ceremonies. A lot of that wisdom is lost in our world. And so now we are oftentimes fathers to sons, mothers to daughters, brothers to brothers, giving one another violent initiation ceremonies, unjust initiation ceremonies. We have to learn to reclaim that power that we have left behind in many cases. We have these wounded children, and these wounded children are really not good at solving problems and being of help in this world. And they did a good job. They got us this far, and thank you. It's been a good work, and you get to rest now. You get to rest. There is a deeper power. There is a higher love. There is a way in which to follow. And that way is love and forgiveness. That way is, the way I know that is, we can be strong enough to hang on a cross, to forgive the world, and in that, we are not a victim. That's a deep mystery to me, my friends. That was an initiation ceremony, right? In this example, in this story, there's an initiation ceremony. There's something that must be done. There is a death that must be died so that a resurrection can be seen. These are the truths I've been tuning into, my friend, and apparently so have you. Many blessings. Thanks for listening. Be well always. Let's talk about being illuminated or getting enlightened. I tell you what, that one right there dancing, whoo, all of these kids, that whole group that night, we celebrated life. Thank you, St. Francis of the Woods, and all you beautiful people out there. God's blessings, God's blessings. Thanks for the celebration of life.